Hey, and welcome to Equity Guru. We've got a news update on one of our client companies that came out this morning, and we figured it was reasonable enough to put out a video release on it rather than simply waiting for someone to write about it. So the situation is at the East Preston drill program at Azincourt Energy's project. Azincourt obviously is AAZ on the Venture Exchange for those ticker heads out there. They've been engaged in an 18-hole drill program out on this little uranium bump. To date, they've thrown 4,300 meters in 18 drill holes. Now, it hasn't all been smooth sailing. They've had some cold weather. They've had logistic issues. They had one hole that was lost due to it just being sand. But the rest, it looks like there's some interesting things happening. So with 9 holes completed on the northeast trend, they decided to stop drilling because they were finding extensive hydrothermal alteration and evidence of east-west cross-cutting structures which have been intersecting along the southern portion of the zone. So this means either they've found a new area or an extension of the existing area. So they're going to look at what they've got and come back and re-drill that with the plan to follow up drilling ASAP. The north-south trending K zone, 5 holes have been completed, 1's in progress. They've got extensive zones of hydrothermal hematite and have intersected in all the holes, so that's great news. The H zone, which is a different zone altogether, covers a change in orientation of the structure and the conductive trend from north-south to southwest. Now, they've only got 1 hole completed on the north part of that trend, another in progress, but what they're trying to figure out there is whether those 2 zones connect or not. So again, drilling will continue to evaluate that zone and see if they've got one big stonker on their hands or a couple of smaller ones that are interesting. The company considers these drill results to be significant, which is great. Similar major uranium discoveries across the Athabasca Basin, such as McArthur River, Key Lake, and Millennium, were primarily the result of drill testing of strong alteration zones related to conductive features. So this is actually a really good sign, and the company is getting really excited. There were increased costs. So like I said, not everything went as planned, as often happens when you're drilling in a cold part of the country. So the colder weather, changes to the program due to the discovery of the new zone. This means there's going to be an overall increase in the program budget. That's fine. They've got cash in the bank. They're ready to go with it. What they're looking at it as is not this is a problem. What they're looking at it as, this is further evidence that where they're drilling is the right place to drill, but now they've got more data and they can really zero in on what they hope can make this zone one great big piece of good stuff. So that's Azincourt Energy. You'll see the release out there. If you want more technicals, get to it. We didn't want to spend all day writing a technical piece while you guys were unaware of the news. So get straight into it, have a look. You can find our investor roundtable on Azincourt off the side of this particular video. You'll find, along with it, the Gauntlet video that I did with CEO Alex Clement, where I asked, among other things, why the hell should anyone care about uranium? It's been the next big thing for the last 5 years. And why should anyone care about Azincourt when we've been writing about it again and again over the last several years? If you look at the stock chart for AAZ, I tell you, it's actually looking pretty tasty right now. I think you'll see a bit of activity today. March has seen a pronounced increase in trading volume. I won't say it's because we've been talking about it, but we've been talking about it all the way through March. So we're seeing a lot of activity there. Still a really good buy at 8 cents. It was about 6 months ago that it was trading at 4. So anyone who's been paying attention to what we've been saying about Azincourt, congratulations on your double. It's still just a $37 million company. And so I think with uranium really starting to look interesting, with oil and gas starting to fall off a little bit and people looking for sustainable energy solutions, man, there's a certain profile of investor that I think is going to love what Azincourt is doing right now. So take a look, have a look, introduce yourself to the story, and sorry about my shaving job and my haircut. Look, man, it's early. I didn't want to sit around shaving so I look good in a video. I've got the dollar store glasses on. I've got the 2-tone beard. My hair looks like Sideshow Bob, but Azincourt looks legit. Thanks.